band room was opened in 1969 on Wilson Field. This was the band's 50th year of service. Two bands paraded separately, the A band and the B band. Led by Drum Major David Solomon, the A band paraded on Wilson Field to receive their new flag. The various speakers spoke of the fine tradition of band performance to the people of Christchurch and to the members of the college. The rector, Mr. Galloway, spoke of the band and congratulated Bill Johnson and Gan Hilson for their devotion to the training of bandsmen, many of whom went on to join adult pipe bands later on in their lives. At this ceremony, trophies were presented to the various pipers and drummers in the competitions. David Solomon, in the tradition of Evan Musgrove and Paul Armour, showed the style that was part of the drum major tradition of the college. And if you look carefully, you'll see that the drummers carry new white drums. This parade was also the occasion when the Askin family handed over the new band room, new uniforms and new drums to the band. Richard Askin, who had been pipe major in 1964, had been killed in a tragic motor accident in 1969. His family felt that the new band room and equipment would be a fitting memorial, and the contractors worked non-stop to have the building ready in time for the band's 50th Jubilee. The band room also contained memorials to other bandsmen who had been associated with the band in earlier years. An important trophy was the Bruce Russell Cup, which was presented to the band member who was considered to have given outstanding service to the band. The Paddy Hilson Memorial Trophy was awarded for senior piping. The camera focuses here on Mr. and Mrs. Askin. And inside the band room are photographs of Richard Askin himself in his dress and military uniform. The Jubilee lasted 3 days. The combined bands paraded for their awards and gave a marching display. The A band is distinguished by the blue bag cover on their bagpipes and the white tassels on their drones, and the B band carried the Ferguson tartan on their bag covers. The bandsmen here come to receive their competition trophies for piping and for drumming. These awards were keenly contested at the annual competitions. At the conclusion of the 3 days, Old Boy members made up a band. In the pipe major's file in the last row is Gordon Ogilvie, piping instructor and college master. Gordon and Pipe Major Mays were also to give a pipe and organ recital. New pipe tunes had been composed for the occasion. J.A. Patterson had written G.A.M. Hilson, Esquire, Noel Mangan's Delight, and Pipe Major Richard Askin. Gordon Ogilvie had composed Bill Johnson's Fancy. And here the band members seen are reliving old memories. The band also paraded to Knox Church. Christchurch motorists had become accustomed to working their way up Papanui Road behind the last row of drummers. For late Sunday sleepers, it was a stirring call to worship. In 1976, Gordon Ogilvie had become master in charge of the pipe band. The Canterbury Caledonian Society Pipe Band parades here up the drive to take part in the 1976 Diamond Jubilee celebrations. During 1941, the Governor-General of New Zealand, Sir Cyril Newell, visited the college. Here we see the 1941 band leading the Governor-General's car up the drive. You'll notice that the band is now wearing military-style uniform jackets. This was wartime issue. The band was busy through 1941, being involved with cadet battalion activities. The official ceremony was held on the lawn beside the Strohan dining room. The Governor-General was dressed in military uniform, having been instrumental in developing the Royal Air Force. The Governor-General spoke to the prefects and to some of the pupils. With him is Mr. Mawson, the rector. He then inspected the pipe band, and talked to some of the juniors before departing in the official car.
Presbyterian Church commenced the planning for a school in the Christchurch city area in 1855. A school was established in 1858, but was absorbed into the provincial education system in 1874. The Reverend A.T. Thompson next managed to establish a Presbyterian school in 1916 at St Andrew's Church Manse, which was to become the first home of St Andrew's College, with a roll of 3 teachers, 3 boarders, and 16 day boys. However, within 2 years, the phenomenal rate of growth made it an urgent matter to find larger accommodations. This was achieved when the site that is the present college grounds was obtained. Formerly open countryside known as Strohan, the ground was owned by the Stead family. 28 acres were purchased for the sum of £17,000, and St Andrew's College was truly established. Today, 66 years later, the Stead homestead is still well preserved and forms the basis of the administration and dining facilities of the college. Around the original homestead, a wide range of buildings has grown over the years. The quadrangle area has changed considerably with the development of the science buildings, the library, and the arts block, which houses the geography, history, commerce, English, language, and maths department. Over the years, many private benefactors have given much to the college, both spiritually and materially. The Burnett Block was opened on August 5th, 1965, as a memorial to T.D. Burnett of Mount Cook Station. The block contains well-equipped wood and metalwork rooms, facilities for technical drawing, as well as a wool room, all providing opportunities for boys to develop their talents in these areas. The Burnett Block is just one of the many examples of the generosity and support extended to the college by its wide family of friends and well-wishers. These splendid boarding houses have been made possible through further generosity with the Allison and W.S. McGibbon legacy. Altogether, over 200 boarders are housed at the college. The establishment of the agricultural laboratories commemorate the work of past agricultural masters who had a profound influence on St Andrews. Two such masters were George Mackenzie and Mr. Walter StAC. Over the past 10 years, much has been done to update facilities. The Bowker Science Building, extension of the science laboratories, and the furnishing of the senior biology laboratory. The modernising and extension of the kitchen facilities, where over 600 meals are prepared and served each day. The music suite, presented by Sir Robertson and Lady Stewart, sited under the trees, has a very special atmosphere conducive to the creation of music. The College Pipe Band is thriving in its 63rd year. The fine band room was built in 1969 in memory of Richard Askin, who was pipe major of the band in 1964. The building has 7 different practice rooms and storage for instruments and uniforms. This surely must rate as one of the best designed band facilities in the country. The college provides excellent facilities for all sports, with the swimming pool, squash and tennis courts, cricket wickets and extensive playing fields, and many specialist activities well catered for. Development of the Mountain Lodge has given the college a unique opportunity to extend the range of studies and recreational pursuits into another sphere. The Mountain Lodge is popular with boys and masters, but it is far from being a quiet retreat in the mountains. Activities at the lodge are extensive, and anyone who imagines that a trip up here is going to be a holiday could well receive a rude awakening. Subjects studied and crafts and activities inviting participation at the lodge and in the surrounding hills and mountains include geology, geography and biology, tramping and climbing, search and rescue procedures, firearm safety, food preparation and cooking methods, map orientation and interpretation, and many more. No visit to the lodge would be complete without the expenditure of a considerable amount of youthful energy. Here we see a group of pupils going through the elaborate confidence course and having a lot of fun doing it. And of course, there are 2 activities that you can't escape, even in the mountains: classroom lessons and homework.
I know everyone's there keen to start the diary. I've had at least half a dozen boys say, "Can we start our diary? Can we start?" And the outfit of free man. However, it's because I want you to go about putting the diary together in a particular way. And that's what we're going to do.
Lessons learned at the lodge may be researched back at the extensive college library. And for the artistically inclined, a sketch done in the mountains may become a work of art in the superb Fine Art Centre, gift of Mr. and Mrs. L.K. Logerson and family. This is a facility that provides every opportunity for students to develop their skills in the most pleasant surroundings imaginable. From the prep school, with a roll of over 200 primary and intermediate students, through to the senior school with 600 pupils, St Andrews combines the heritage of the past with the present, while looking towards the future.